I am here with the fabulous and amazing Kat Mitchell, who is a coach and a caretaker and a speaker and an author. She's one of my co-authors with our book, The Power of Community. Kat, I'm so excited that you're here.
Thank you. I'm
And
happy to be here.
awesome, awesome, awesome. And will you tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do?
I am Kat, and I am a life coach for women. My focus is women on the path of resilience and empowerment. And it is something that is near and dear to my heart because as a caregiver, I have had to really tap into my resilience the last 8 years and lots of changes in life and distractions and traumas and everything, and really step into my own power. So I help other women do that. And it's
Yes,
just so much fun.
yes, you do. Yes, awesome. And I'd love to know a little bit about we were on a women in business cruise last year, a year ago, and can you believe it? And there was just this amazing connection and community. And, that's one reason I wanted to be a co-author in the book, but I'd love to know your experience.
So this is actually my second anthology. And the reason why I wanted to be in this one is because my first anthology was somebody coming to me saying, I want you to be a co-author in this book. But I knew nobody else in the book. I knew nothing about the book. I just said yes, just because somebody thought I had words to share or information to share. This one was so different because it was that building of connection for 10 days with these beautiful and amazing ladies that I had only seen in Hollywood squares for the whole year or 2 years prior. And then suddenly it was this collective positive energy coming together on a cruise. And it was just amazing. And when somebody said, hey, we're going to write a book with some of these powerful ladies, I'm like, all right, sign me up. I know them all. I've heard their names. I've been with them. I've spent time with them. And I've felt their energy now. And I want to be a part of that.
Yes, I love it. That's how I just thought, oh my gosh, because I've been asked to be in many, many group books and it just intuitively just didn't feel like the right fit. And so yeah, this has been so much fun. And I would love it if you could tell us a little bit about your chapter.
Ooh, you don't want me to keep it a secret?
Oh, okay.
So my chapter is in the beginning of this video when I said helping other women step into their power. I felt powerless when I was younger. I was in that crazy bad marriage that definitely showed that I gave all my power to somebody else. I was on that path of I should do this and I should do that and I should all over myself in so many ways. And it was really stepping into that courage. And it's weird because every time I read the chapter now, I don't realize how often I wrote that word courage, of stepping into courage to say, yes, no, I am valuable enough as a human being to do this for me. I'm not doing this for others. I'm doing this for me. And it was, stepping away from that bad marriage. It was stepping into health and wellness. It was stepping into really my own empowerment of saying yes to me and saying no to others. And it is that courage and empowerment that I speak about so much in my chapter.
Ah, I can't wait. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And I've loved your story. I had the privilege of getting to work with you on video presence and stuff. And I know that you did a lot of caretaking. I also know that you worked in the tech industry, and you just have many, many gifts and skills to share, and you are one of those lifelong learner trainers, and to me that's so fun when you're around people who are helping others heal and transform and heal the wound so that we can go help more people and help
Right,
change
right.
the world. Yeah,
Yeah, and we
yeah,
all do that differently. You and your videos and letting people really shine in their visibility, which is a word of mine this year after spending so much time with you, is being more visible in what I do and what I speak about. So it's
yes.
stepping into that visibility, and we collectively do that in different ways with our genius and our superpowers.
Yes, yes. And I think sometimes I feel like, oh, everybody knows my story, but it's like, Elaine, don't get sick of your story. I mean, maybe you can tweak it and change it and find some more humor, but we need to hear each other's stories because that's how we can hear for ourselves. And is it okay if I tell a little story about you on the cruise?
Sure.
Is that okay? Um, so to me, this is an exact example of the power of community. So, and I don't know about you, Kat, but I didn't want to go. I was like, right before, I was like, why did I sign up for this? I don't know these women. Like, I kind of know them, but I don't know. 10 days? We're gonna have dinner together? 10 days? Like, we're gonna be together all day and all night? What was I thinking? Like, I was trying to get out of it. I really was like, this is the worst idea I've ever had. Like, I guess I have a fear of intimacy or fear of being in intimate groups with other women. I was like, ugh. But I showed up, and the other women were so awesome. And of course, Katarina Rando, who wrote the foreword for this book, is so amazing at attracting really mission-driven women. And
Mm,
we had somebody in their 80s, and we had somebody in their 30s. We had this whole range. And sure enough, everyone was really cool and the vibe was great, and we got to know each other, and many of us got to lead a little bit. I taught about humor, and then we had like an open mic tea, and almost everybody stood up and did a story or something, which was wow. But one of my favorite things was, we had a panel. We had a panel of women who
mm,
were talking about a certain topic, and Kat at the time was like, 10 minutes. Oh my, 10 minutes can feel like eternity. In comedy, 3 minutes can feel you can die 1,000 deaths in 3 minutes. And
mm,
it was so exciting because you went from like, how am I going to speak? And then all of a sudden you just like transformed into this speaker, and you filled the time, and you filled it well with eloquently and thought provoking and great content, and it was captivating and great storytelling, and we were all riveted, and I felt like we saw a speaker being birthed. And I say that, I mean, you were already decent, but I just feel like you stepped into that next level of
mm,
yourself. And I think that it happened because of the community, you know?
mm,
And that's, like when you have a community of like-minded people who are collaborating and lifting each other up, like what happens, the transformation that happens. And it was, to me, that's one of my favorite moments of the whole cruise. Like I still think about that. I still think about you and that, and just watching that. And it was so beautiful. And my wish is that everybody gets to have that.
right. And it wasn't just, what you were saying, but it was the safety and the judgment free, you know, the the knowing that there was nobody there judging me. The knowing that just by standing there, everybody was so, it was like having everybody with open arms, ready to catch you if you fell.
Yeah.
And that was the power of really understanding community for me, because I, being a caregiver, you feel alone a lot of the times when you're making all these decisions for everyone else. And now all of a sudden, I'm part of this community that is so welcoming of everyone else. And, feeling like I'm part of a family, a sisterhood and family, and not just people.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to explain,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
that
It's
sisterhood feeling. And not never having any sisters before, I'm like, got a lot of sisters now.
yay. Oh, that's so awesome. And that's what our hope is, that there are 9 authors and we each have our own chapter, and everybody's, mind's about the power of healing through laughter and bringing laughter into the everyday. And Kat's is gonna be, all about your story, and I can't wait to hear more. And
Really,
Narelle's story, I mean, everybody's story is
yeah,
like, oh my God.
yeah, yeah. It's really flourishing in life and really stepping into who we are and really shining for others. So many people, as we go through life, are always comparing ourselves to that other person in front of us without thinking about all those people behind us that are looking to us for knowledge, for, skills, for understanding, for different perspectives. And it's really turning that light on and saying, hey, I'm here so you can understand, and really reaching back and helping that next person succeed in life.
I love that. I always say, learn from my mistakes, kids, because I'm such an action taker, and I leap and then I'm like, oh shit, where's my parachute or whatever, you know? And so when I was speaking on college campuses, I would be like, learn from my mistakes. You don't have to have 53 addictions the way I did. You don't have to, And so the book date, it's The Power of Community. It's coming out March 6th, and we are
Mm-hmm.
asking anybody and everybody to please, on March 6th, the links will be wherever we put them, somewhere, and to please buy the Kindle version for $1.99, and that will help us hit something that we're aiming towards, and also just to help get the word out, because I do think that these stories, there's been a lot of heart and soul and love and blood, sweat, tears. And, we all are mission driven and want to make a difference and use our stories for good. And there's no whiners, there's no complainers, there's no victims. It's all like, hey, I went through this and this is what I learned.
Mm-hmm.
It's all of that in our own version, in our own words. And
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, and Kat, how can people find you? I know we're gonna have stuff about the book, but is there one other place that people can find you if they want to know more about you?
So I am on LinkedIn as Kat Mitchell, and I would love for people to come out there and join me.
Okay, I love it. Thank you so much for joining us, Kat, and I can't wait to read your chapter.